So it's my pleasure to introduce David Burnett, Director of Public Relations for Students for Concealed Carry. Please give him a hand.
Thank you. How's everybody doing? I'm David Burnett, and as he said, I'm with Students for Concealed Carry on campus. And I just have to say, if you think it's great being where you are, you should try being up here. This is awesome. Well, I'm a little new to speech making. Like you said, I'm only 24, but I understand it's customary to start things out with a joke. So here goes. 4 politicians walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "I'm sorry, sir, we don't serve politicians here." Politician responds, he says, "That's okay, we don't serve you either." And some of us have to laugh at how true it is. Otherwise, you might have to cry at how true it is. And you know, some of us can fret and make jokes about freedoms lost or freedoms gained. And in many ways, it is serious business. But stop and realize about how good we actually have it here. We're still free to gather and speak out. We can be confident the police are here to keep things orderly, not to shoot us for speaking our mind. In fact, most places have seen the right to carry expand in recent years. The people that want to take our guns away are not winning in the United States today. Well, let me take that back. There is one place that the gun ban advocates have already won. There's a place back home that does not take our safety seriously, yet stoutly refuses to allow you to carry a concealed handgun for your own protection. That place is the average American college campus. They continue to endanger lives by banning the most efficient means of self-defense. 3 years ago, almost to the day, a young student took 2 guns and 400 rounds of ammunition and began systematically executing his classmates. Just a couple of months ago, a Harvard-trained professor took a gun and shot 6 of her colleagues. Contrast that with an attempted shooting at the Appalachian Law School in 2002. 2 students retrieved guns from their cars and stopped the killer before he ever actually got started. Nationwide, there's about 4,000 college campuses. All told, that's a little over 17 million students. And with only a handful of exceptions, every single college ignores your right to self-defense. Now take me, for example. I graduated university about a year ago. I was licensed to carry a concealed handgun, but because of the university's rules against guns, I was forced to choose between education and safety. It didn't matter that I could carry into restaurants, shopping malls, banks, movie theaters. It didn't matter that the state authorities had checked out my record and that I recognized my right to self-defense in the state. It didn't matter that I or one of my classmates could become the next victim of the crimes that are committed on campus every day. No, it didn't matter to them. Colleges knew better. Because of the arrogance of my school and colleges nationwide, carrying a concealed handgun for protection bears the penalty of suspension or expulsion if you're a student, or being fired if you're faculty or staff, and in some states you could be arrested. How do colleges enforce these gun bans? With metal detectors, armed guards, any sensible way of actually enforcing a gun ban? They put a piece of paper on the door that says guns aren't allowed here. They say it's a gun-free zone. It sounds really nice to our opponents, this idea of a gun-free zone. It sounds really nice to the people that want to ban guns nationwide. It's a badge of honor to the colleges that brag about it like it's an achievement. Well, folks, gun-free zones appeal to only 2 groups of people in this world: the irrational, illogical, unreasonable anti-gun crowd and killers. That's right. That's right. Now, there's a few of us, and when I say a few, I mean a few thousand, who are fighting to get rid of self-defense-free zones on college campuses. Students for Concealed Carry on campus got started just days after the Virginia Tech shooting. We're pushing this idea that the right to self-defense doesn't end where a college campus begins. Something that's radical. I don't think there's anything radical about being allowed to protect myself. We're pretty unique in the gun rights movement. Most of us are students. Also, we're all volunteers, every single last one of us. But for a bunch of college volunteers, we've already seen a lot of progress. Number one, we've got the mother of all gun ban groups, the Brady campaign, on our case. That should tell you something right there, doesn't it? Number two, we've seen legislation proposed in 22 states. 22 states that would restore the right to self-defense on campus. So far, 3 of those bills have passed, and we're just getting started. We're also involved in a couple of lawsuits around the country to remove the discrimination against law-abiding gun owners. We just won a victory in one of our lawsuits in Colorado just the other day. Two weeks ago, we had our empty holster protest. I noticed some of you have the empty holsters today. Right on. Thousands of students across more than 130 major universities and college campuses wore empty holsters to symbolize how defenseless we truly are. This has raised some interesting reactions from the college campuses. A lot of resistance from them. Many have shown that they're not content to tread on just one amendment anymore. In Pennsylvania, one student was told she couldn't even pass out flyers about our group. In Texas, students were forbidden from wearing empty holsters on campus until a federal judge stepped in and said yes, they could. Meanwhile, Colorado State University banned concealed carry just this past spring. Even though crime has gone down there every year since concealed carry became legal in 2003 on the college campus. In my home state of Kentucky, we had a law saying employers cannot fire workers for having a gun in their car. Despite this, our flagship university fired an employee because he had a gun parked in his car, which was a mile away, while he was busy saving lives at the university hospital. Folks, this is out of hand. These colleges are making their own rules about your freedoms without regard for the Constitution or for state laws. This kind of hostile behavior against the right to self-defense has gone too far, and we will do everything in our power to see that these colleges stop trampling on our rights. But we need your help. Everyone here knows someone at college. Tell them about us. Tell them about our website. Come visit yourself. Donate your money or your time. Talk to your state legislators. When your college comes asking you for money, tell them that you refuse to support an institution that doesn't allow you to carry for your own protection on campus. Make no mistake, we are at an uphill climb. The enlightened among us are helping brainwash the future generation into thinking that they are safer when they're disarmed. We're not fighting for the rights of 17 million students. This is a much more important fight. We're fighting for the right of every single American and the future of gun rights in this country. We're the next generation of freedom's defenders, and we need your help. Our methods are peaceful. Our methods are peaceful, but our message is firm. Colleges, you're not making us safer. You're making us less safe. You even have the audacity to advertise that your campus is gun-free and therefore a soft target.
Hold them accountable.
Folks, it's time we wake up and realize that gun-free zones are not gun-free zones. They're defense-free zones. They are more deadly than any gun store or shooting range in this nation. Gun-free zones didn't save any of the 47 victims at Virginia Tech. They didn't stop shootings at Northern Illinois University or the University of Alabama at Huntsville. Gun-free zones didn't work at Arkansas State, Delaware State, or Penn State. Gun-free zones didn't work at San Diego State, the University of Central Arkansas, or Louisiana Technical University. Gun-free zones didn't work at the University of Memphis, the University of Iowa, or the University of Arizona, and gun-free zones aren't going to work at any of the other colleges in this nation. It is time that we get serious about the safety of our students. It is time that we stand up for our rights and stop letting colleges dictate them to us. We have to stand, and we have to keep standing, and reclaim the God-given right to bear arms. Thank you, and God bless you.